Hey, you know who it is. It's me. On what's missing? And guess what? We have another reaction video.
This one is regarding the Street Fighter cast for 2026. So let's get into the reaction of this video.
Jason Momoa as a green muscle monster and 50 Cent as a boxer. The new Street Fighter movie is already making headlines. The franchise has been one of the giants of fighting games for decades, known for spectacular one-on-one battles, global tournaments, and plenty of action. The games have sold over 55 million copies worldwide. Now, a new Hollywood adaptation is finally in the works, and the casting of the legendary fighters really gives us hope for something truly epic.
Yo, he was looking forward to this. Obviously, the storyline is going to be more of a martial arts storyline. We already know some of the cast. But I'm just looking to see them execute a Street Fighter movie. It's going to be very difficult for them, though. I'm not going to lie. But let's see what's going on.
The current project is not the first time Street Fighter has made it to the big screen. Whenever controversial video game adaptations are discussed, sooner or later the 1994 Street Fighter movie comes out. It was panned by critics and flopped at the box office. Still, nowadays many fans consider it enjoyable as a
Man, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Chun-Li, all of these characters. Um, Even a boxer. I remember watching this when I was young, and I just remember it being iconic. I know I keep hearing that it wasn't at the time. It didn't do well in the theaters. People were saying that it was all corny, but maybe it was ahead of its time. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. What's his name? The bad guy, uh, M Bison, the actor that played him, he was from the Adams Family. I think the dad. He was really good, man. I think that and acting and his interpretation of M Bison was really good. And I feel like the actor they picked to do him in the new one, he's going to do it really good as well. Because they're not they compensated for muscle because he weren't really big, cut up. Neither were all of them, but they were all at least natural. I feel, from what I can see. Now there's going to be people that are obviously not natural taking stuff, and it's going to look. I'm not going to say obviously it's going to look better because it's going to look like more of the characters, um, ripped biceps and all that, and so on and so forth, and they know how to fight. Like the characters know how to fight. That's going to be really good. The only person that seemed like there's only I don't know about the boxer. The boxer seemed like he know how to throw a punch. And then Chung Li, she knows how to fight, obviously. And then Jean Claude Van Damme knows how to fight. Everyone knows that. Um, that's it that I can think of really that were known for fighting. Besides acting, that we known, mainly Jean Claude Van Damme. But yeah,
whole trash film. Its unintentional humor, awkward effects, and over-the-top acting gives it a unique charm all its own. Needless to say, we hope the
going over
new
the top.
adaptation will turn out differently. The journey of the new Street Fighter movie began in 2023, though it was anything but smooth. It all started with the big news that Danny and Michael Philippou were set to direct the movie. The Australian brothers rose to fame through their YouTube channel Raka Raka, known for its wild blend of action, comedy, and horror. Just before the Street Fighter announcement, they gained attention with their feature film debut, Talk to Me. Their involvement sparked hopes for a fresh,
I
perhaps
remember that
darker or
movie.
more unconventional take on the subject matter. Unfortunately, this collaboration didn't last long. Only a short time later, the brothers announced that they would no longer be working on the adaptation. The reason, it seems, was scheduling difficulties. The producers at Legendary and Capcom had originally hoped to get the film into production sooner rather than later. However, the Philippou brothers first wanted to devote themselves to their horror project Bring Her Back, once again produced by A24. On top of that, a Talk to Me prequel is also in the pipeline. So,
They seemed like they're more into that horror. I couldn't see that picture them doing like Street Fighter. Um, so maybe it was best that they did that. It doesn't. They might have they don't look like they could do something of a high magnitude, like a high. This type of movie here is got a top or go against the likes of Mortal Kombat, and I don't think, from what I can see, that they would pull that off. And the new guy that I saw, and there's other guys as well, producers around him, directors. From what I can see, he seems like maybe more of the right pick. And I'm only saying that because as well, the characters he's chose. So obviously they're gonna go into that now, but the characters he chose, the characters he chose are particular ones, and a lot of people don't know. Like for instance, 50 Cent used to box back in the day. Like he must be still the he must be knowing that he's going to play that role of the boxer. He's must be doing it right now as we speak, getting ready for it. Like every person that the director's picked, if you look at the picture of the character that they're playing, pretty much got them down to a T. There's only one person that I've seen that I'm kind of like, But yeah, let's watch a bit more.
Oh, the search for a new director for Street Fighter continued and eventually led to Kitao Sakurai.
Yeah, this guy.
He is known for the Netflix comedy Bad Trip and his work in The Eric Andre Show. His background certainly suggests a more humorous take on Street Fighter, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The game series has always been a bit more over the top and cartoonish compared to its more brutal competitor Mortal Kombat, for example.
Yeah. They definitely got to go dark with it, like Mortal Kombat as well, make it serious. I think that's why they whoever picked them two guys before. So we definitely know, I feel they definitely want to go dark with it, because why would they pick them two other guys before, the brothers before, that do horror movies, or they were known for doing YouTube things that were action, but then the only movies that they've directed besides that I know were dark horror movies. So I know from that they're gonna go down a dark, wet route. Also, the characters they've picked as well, like M Bison, but we know that's gonna happen. And then is it Blanca, the one that Roman Reigns playing, the character he's quite dark, man. I would say he's darker than M Bison. I think he's if not out of all the characters, one of the darkest.
The most exciting news likely revolves around the cast, because one thing is clear: few elements are as crucial as the fighters themselves. Do they look the part? Can the chosen actors pull off the fight scenes convincingly? And can the movie strike a balance between the eccentric game characters and entertaining live-action portrayals? The cast is already quite diverse, featuring both well-known and lesser-known actors, as well as a wide range of nationalities, staying true to the original game. When it comes to Western blockbuster cinema, the biggest focus is likely on Jason Momoa. This time, however, he might look very different from what we are used to. He is taking on the role of Blanca, a green beast.
He can play that. I can see him playing it better than anyone I know, because he's a big dude. But he's like, I don't know if you've seen him in the last Fast and Furious, where he kind of was weird, if that makes sense, in the movie. Like, he was tough, but yeah, weird. I think he can play this. It's gonna be I don't know how he's gonna do it. He's gonna have to but he's capable of doing it, I think. This is why I said this guy is, I think, a better. They picked a better director. But I don't know why they don't pick I could be wrong, but more of a known person that's done it before. But then I'm thinking, well, both guys are fans of, it seems like, animation and cartoons and games and wrestling. I think this guy knows wrestlers as well, because, as I said, he picked certain wrestlers. Like, for instance, he picked Guyu's character, which is I forgot his name, Cody Rhodes. And in wrestling, if you've seen Cody Rhodes' character is similar to Guyu's role, like an all American. He loves America, is like type of militant, all America type of person. That's what he portrays in wrestling. Even Roman Reigns, picking his character, if you know his character as well, like, so I feel like this director knows. He watches wrestling. He watches Street Fighter. He plays the games, so he's grew up with it. Like, I feel like he knows. Like 50 Cent, I feel like he knows them all the characters, and I feel like he's researched as well, like quite a bit. Like picking a 7'2", like the tallest bodybuilder to play the wrestler, like the big wrestler, and he looks like, not just height wise, but he actually looks like him. These characters kind of look like him. They know, like Ryu and Ken, they know how to fight, especially Ryu. So yeah, Chung-Li as well. She looks the part. Yeah.
He's from the Brazilian jungle with the ability to generate electricity. Also known as the casting of the legendary fighter Chun-Li with actress Kalina Liang. Like Blanca, Chun-Li has been part of the franchise since 1991. She's considered one of the first playable female fighters in a major beat-em-up. In the games, the Interpol agent is famous for her martial arts skills and tries to avenge her father's death. Actress Kalina Liang is still relatively new to the acting business. Most recently, she took on the lead role in the heist thriller Bad Genius. The greatest threat in the Street Fighter universe has also found its actor. David Dastmalchian has been cast as M. Bison. He is known from movies such as The Suicide Squad and Late Night with the Devil. Bison is the ruthless leader of the criminal organization Shadaloo. He is characterized by his thirst for power, brutality, and his legendary Psycho Power attack. We find this casting particularly exciting. The chosen actor is known more for quirky roles than for muscle mass, which raises the intriguing question. Will his Bison be more of a strategic mastermind? Or are we in...
His Bison's going to be... I really think his Bison's going to be like the old actor Bison. Like, the old actor Bison didn't have muscle, did he? From what I can see. They're going to put him in a suit similar to that, I'm assuming. And they're going to do special effects. And they let him act. That's all you have to do. In my opinion, that guy's a good actor. And he's kind of like got that psychotic thing about him. As I said, I've seen him in Batman. And I think it was Two-Face. There's a scene where he's like Two-Face is like beating him up and he holds a gun to him and he's kind of like playing a psychotic person, and then Batman has to step in and tell Two-Face, yo, he's a schizophrenic, something. And he's like, yeah, he played that role really well, and I could see him doing this really good. So I think they made a good choice with that as well.
For a jaw-dropping physical transformation from the actor. For many fans, Ryu and Ken are the flagship characters of the Street Fighter series. This time, Ryu is played by Andrew Koji, who has already proven his action skills in numerous martial arts roles. Ryu's Hadouken attack is arguably one of the most iconic moves in video game history. His best friend Ken is played by Noah Centineo. While he's not widely known as an action star, he did take on a superhero role in Black Adam, for example. The creators managed to land a big name for the role of Balrog, rap icon Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Balrog is a disgraced boxer who has been part of the famous fighter lineup since Street Fighter II. When it comes to fighting, WWE star Cody Rhodes definitely brings plenty of experience. In the Street Fighter movie, the wrestler steps into the role of Guile, one of the...
He portrays this really well. If you watch Cody Rhodes in wrestling, as I said previously, he's got this down already. He doesn't have to do much to portray this character. He's American. Cody Rhodes is American, like all about America. I think he's even got like a tattoo that's got an American flag on it on his neck, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, he'll play that good.
Franchise's most well-known characters. Guile is a battle-hardened U.S. Air Force colonel who goes up against Bison to avenge the death of his friend. He is known not only for his signature flat-top haircut, but also for his special moves like the Sonic Boom
Sonic
and the
Boom.
Flash Kick. In the first Street Fighter movie, the role was played by action star Jean-Claude Van Damme. By the way, Cody Rhodes is not the only wrestler in the cast. His fellow WWE superstar Roman Reigns plays the villain Akuma, a cold and ruthless fighting machine.
Now this one, I want to see what he's going to do with this. I really, really want to see what he's going to do with this. Is going to be, if they do this correctly, he's going to pull this character off. I just want to see this character on screen, man. I don't know about you guys out there, but this character, seeing this character on screen is going to be it's going to put a smile on my face. Yeah, I've already seen Ryu, Ken, and all that. But seeing this guy, I remember playing with him. He's a bad boy. He was like both of them on steroids, so to speak. And I could see them doing their special effects and yeah, really doing really good. And Roman Reigns can portray this really good as well. He's a good, like, wrestlers are good improv actors. So imagine if they have time to sync a part. So it's going to be, I feel like, even easier for them to execute. Even easier for them to execute these parts that they're playing. It's going to be weird to see them. I don't know how long or how big of a role it is. That's the thing. But I've seen Cody Rhodes in a movie recently. Actually, he's playing a barman. The Naked Gun. That's it. He was in a Naked Gun behind the bar. He played that all right. So, yeah.
And the Japanese sumo wrestler E Honda is played by yet another pro wrestler, namely Haruki Goto. The casting of the Spanish ninja Vega is extremely fitting. The vain fighter is known as Bison's bodyguard and is famous not only for his pair of claws, but also for his mask. Interestingly, a mask is also the trademark of South African country musician.
You can't win me over because he wears a mask. No. I don't think he's going to do well with this character, in my opinion. He could interpret it, the role, and make it his own. But I don't think that it's going to be a good fit for him. Because Vega is traditionally Spanish. Like, he's from Texas, if I'm not mistaken. This guy is like American. So why are you giving that role to him? Like, find a guy that's Spanish. Maybe he could speak Spanish. Maybe he's got talents. I don't know. So, as I said, I could be wrong, but I feel like they picked the wrong guy just because he wears a mask. That's what I feel like they picked him for, just because of that. Yeah, maybe he's got long hair. Looks like so.
Orville Peck, who plays Vega in this film. American comedian Andrew Schultz takes on the role of Dan Hibiki. The arrogant fighter, known for his inflated self-confidence, was originally introduced in the games as a parody. Since then, his exaggerated mannerisms have earned him a special place in the hearts of many fans. Finally, the casting of Dalsim has also been announced. This time, the Indian fighter known for his ability to stretch his limbs is played by Vidyut Jamwal, another actor with plenty of martial arts experience.
Okay.
The plot of the new movie is still being kept under...
I like that last one too. I don't know the guy, but it looks interesting. Look, he can fight, so... And as I said, they're going to put special effects on his kicks and stuff on the zoom in, and then levitating. See that working out. It's even easier when there's someone can fight. Yeah, so far so good. I'm only having trouble with one person. The comedian. I think I'm sure I've seen him in other movies playing serious roles. That comedian. I've seen him in other movies, but yeah, the only person I have problem with so far is Vega. I feel like they need to get a Spanish person to play him, because he doesn't have that. They don't have to have long hair. They can put like makeup and make all of that shit up, innit? It's just have maybe a certain amount of hair, be easier, but even then, they can throw something on him. And most Spanish people, anyway, they have long hair, men and women. They have quite good hair, so Yeah.
tight wraps. However, the rich backstory of the numerous fighters should provide plenty of material to tell an original
Culture matters as well. Like, you got to get the culture of the Spanish. That matters. It makes it easier that way. Not get a country western singer.
story. After some initial setbacks, nothing now stands in the way of the start of filming. For a long time, Street Fighter was scheduled for release on March 20th, 2026. However, this date can no longer be met. The new release date is now October 16th, 2026. The new Street Fighter film adaptation faces a big challenge. It must live up to the high expectations of the fans, while also appealing to a mainstream audience that is not familiar with the original games. The cast couldn't be more diverse. We find it positive that many roles are filled by people with existing combat experience. Of course, it can also be a risk to cast people who have hardly been seen as actors before. The casting decisions could therefore provide a clue as to which roles will be more central to the story, and who might instead be intended for impressive supporting roles. Legendary Entertainment and Capcom will have to put in a lot of effort to keep up with the popular Mortal Kombat film adaptation. The 2021 reboot already won over audiences, and the highly anticipated sequel is also set to hit theaters at the end of October 2025.
Telling you, and they're trying to say that he's going to compete with that. And the thing is, it's easier for Mortal Kombat to do it. Like, Mortal Kombat have got TV shows they can go off. They've got games, they've got TV shows, they've got movies. So it's easier for them. They've got a solid storylines. Mortal Kombat does compared to like Street Fighter. Street Fighter's kind of like all over the place. They've got one movie, that's it. Like, and then cartoons here and there, but they weren't known like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was known for the TV shows. I remember I watched a couple of them and the movies. So, and they've got new ones now. Like, you're forgetting the whole movies. So it's going to be very difficult to execute this, to get it to this level, like, of competing with Mortal Kombat, in my opinion. And yeah, it's good that they've got the actors there, but they can't just win a movie over by pushing these actors out there. They've got to come with like a good storyline firstly, but fix all the characters in place, and just a good director. The visuals have got to be on point. The individual characters got to be on point. Like, yeah, they've got, and it's got to be dark as well. Like Mortal Kombat, I feel they've got to take it serious. They can't be doing foolishness, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, there's got to be taken seriously. Like Mortal Kombat, I feel, in my opinion. I feel like that's what they're gonna do with the movie. They're gonna do that. They're gonna go down a more serious route, a dark route. Yeah.
At least the collaboration with Capcom could help ensure that the essence of the games is preserved while still leaving room for a fresh narrative. The big question is how the spectacular one-on-one battles and iconic special moves will be brought to the big screen.
That's no trouble.
And whether the movie can deliver a storyline compelling enough to engage both longtime fans and newcomers alike. What do you think? Are you even interested in a new Street Fighter movie? And what is your opinion on the cast so far? We are looking forward to your comments.
Yeah, they've got a window to show us something. They definitely have, regarding showing us a new, I guess, if you want to call it, dark movie, a serious movie. Because if they're competing with, as I said, Mortal Kombat, and then they've got to do a serious movie, like the original Mortal Kombat, the first one that we know with Jean-Claude Damme. That was, compared to Mortal Kombat now, to Mortal Kombat movies, that was a joke. I'm not gonna lie. Mortal Kombat is a serious fighting movie. Just talking about the movies and TV shows alone, like consistently, haven't seen something like this comedical from any of their TV shows or movies. It's always been quite dark and serious. So as I said, if they want to compete with Mortal Kombat and us as fans, they got to make it definitely a serious movie. Um, so yeah, that's just my thoughts on it anyway, man. I'm glad I'm doing a reaction to this. I've actually tried to do a reaction. I think it's the third time. Um, I had trouble with my camera, but anyway, yeah, my camera kept on dying. I'm, I'm at full battery now, so yeah, and I've done it. So yay to me. Anyway, this is really for not only me as a fan, but for you guys that are watching, enjoying this content. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And anyone looking forward to this, and anyone also regarding the characters they've picked, the director, the characters, and the dark. I'm assuming they're going down a dark path with this as well. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that it's going to be able to compete with Mortal Kombat? Yeah, so on and so forth. Drop it in the comments, man. I am missing link, and I'm out. Peace.